Another great Aisha of this ummah was Aisha Ar-Rifai, Rahmatullahi Alaiha. Aisha Ar-Rifai, she was from the silsila of Sayyid Ahmad Ar-Rifai. He was one of the great awliya of this ummah, and one whole silsila flows from him. And so this lady Aisha Rahmatullah Alayha was from the Rifai silsila, and it is said that she had high level of Zuhd. Zuhd, which we call asceticism or renunciation of the world. This is a very great attribute and quality, because Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an epitome of Zuhd. He was one who renounced the world. He was a Zahid. He was a person who lived a very simple life. He did not have extra things. He did not have unnecessary things. And he had very few and limited possessions of this world. And he was content with the simple things of this world. He did not hanker after any kind of luxuries and comforts of this world. When he slept on a straw mat and the marks formed on his Mubarak body, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu was moved and he was crying. And he said, "O Nabi of Allah, you are leading a life like this. You sleep on the straw mats. The marks have appeared on your Mubarak body. The kings of the world, the emperors, the Caesars, and the Kisras and Kaisars of this world, they live in such opulence and luxury and comfort. And you are greater than all of them. You are the greatest of the great. And yet you are living in such poverty." Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam sat up and said to him, "O Umar, are you still in doubt about the matter of Akhirah? It is for us in Akhirah, it is for them in Dunya, it is for us in Akhirah." So these great women, they were women of Zuhd. They were content with the basic simple things of this world. A few little possessions they had, and that was it. And they were happy, they were content. Today our condition is such that we want to accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, and we want this and that and the other, and there isn't enough space in our cupboards and in our storerooms. And when we have to go to storage and get a storage unit there, because what we got is not enough space in our own units and cupboards and all of that in our homes, because we have accumulated so much of things. But remember, as they say, less is more. In other words, the lesser you have, the more you have in terms of contentment, in terms of spiritual and inner peace. You have more when you have less of this world. And the more you have of the material things, then you have less in terms of spiritual contentment and spiritual accomplishment. So look at these people. They were people of Zuhd. They were people of contentment. They were people of asceticism and so on. And it is said about her that she was a person of great ibadat and worship. And it is said about her that she was a woman of great humility. Very humble. Today we find that a person does little bit and then we become proud and we feel there's nobody like us. And a lady does little bit of ibadat and she thinks that she's a rival of Rabia Basriya, Rahmatullah Alaiha. Little bit ibadat she does for a few days, and then she thinks there's nobody more pious than her, nobody greater than her. But these were those women who were extremely humble. They had such levels of tawazu and humility in them. And we know what is the great benefit of humility. Man tawaza'a lillahi rafa'ahu Allah. When we humble ourselves for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise us in rank. And our rank and position and status goes higher in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of tawazu. So this is the lady Aisha Ar-Rifai, Rahmatullah Alaiha. And she used to have many high spiritual states and maqamat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed her with very high spiritual stations and spiritual conditions.